Good morning, and thank you, Madam Chair, Ranking Member Leisure Fernandez, and the members of the subcommittee. My name is Michael Langley, and I'm the Tribal Council Secretary of the Confederated Tribes of the Grand Ronde Community of Oregon. The tribes and bands confederated on our reservation signed 7 treaties with the United States between 1853 and 1855. These treaties were ratified by the U.S. Senate, and the Grand Ronde Reservation was established by these treaty arrangements and by an 1857 executive order. In less than 100 years, 1954, the tribe was terminated by Congress. However, in 1983, Congress reversed itself and passed the Grand Ronde Restoration Act. Needed a new reservation plan, one was developed, and Congress passed the Grand Ronde Reservation Act in 1988. After our Reservation Act was enacted, the U.S. Bureau of Land Management detected a survey error on the Grand Ronde Reservation dating back to 1871. A U.S. deputy surveyor named David Thompson had incorrectly surveyed the east boundary of the reservation, leaving an 84-acre area as unsurveyed. After being informed of this survey error, the tribe and the BLM settled this matter by agreeing to the transfer of 240 acres of Oregon and California grant lands as compensation for the Thompson Strip. The tribe also agreed to relinquish its claims to the Thompson Strip. This BLM land transfer and our extinguishment of its land claims were memorialized in an amendment to the Grand Ronde Reservation Act in 1994. In drafting the language to authorize this land exchange, the Interior Department developed broad language that relinquished any future claims to this type within the state of Oregon. BLM officials at the time expressed concern about the sweeping nature of this language, as it would preclude us from receiving any compensation if the BLM were to discover any other survey errors within the Grand Ronde Reservation. In agreeing to this land exchange in 1994, the intent of the parties was for Grand Ronde to relinquish its rights only to the Thompson Strip and to any claims for lost timber income. Our tribe discovered this Thompson Strip issue only recently when working on another amendment to the Grand Ronde Reservation Act. While we are not aware of any specific new survey errors, we do want to be proactive about ensuring that the tribe has the right to be compensated should another survey error be found. The language in H.R. 1722 is quite simple. It replaces the phrase State of Oregon with the phrase the 84 acres known as the Thompson Strip. By this language, the tribe would only relinquish its claims to the Thompson Strip, which was the intent of the parties in our 1994 land exchange. It is not Grand Ronde's intention that this technical corrections amendment would be used to facilitate Indian gaming or impact the treaty rights of any other Indian tribe. For this reason, the proposed legislation would prohibit Class 2 or Class 3 gaming on any lands obtained by the tribe as part of a land claim settlement. Additionally, this technical corrections amendment would not impact any treaty right of a federally recognized Indian tribe. H.R. 1722 is introduced by Congresswoman Andrea Salinas on March 22 of this year and is co-sponsored by all of the other members of the Oregon Congressional Delegation. During this hearing, the subcommittee is also considering H.R. 2839, a bill to permit the Confederated Tribes of Siletz Indians of Oregon to negotiate new hunting and fishing agreements with the state of Oregon. This Siletz bill is similar to H.R. 2850, a bill to permit Grand Ronde to do the same. Both bills seek to address the exact same inequity that occurred more than 35 years ago, when both Siletz and Grand Ronde were negotiating the terms of their respective Reservation Act in the 1980s. The state of Oregon sought to limit the hunting and fishing rights of both tribes and their members. These hunting and fishing agreements with the state of Oregon were executed with both tribes as a condition of state support for their respective reservation acts. The agreements have identical language and both contain multiple provisions stating that these agreements are permanent and cannot be amended. The Siletz and Grand Ronde bills have been paired together and should remain that way because they involve the same hunting and fishing agreements and authorize the same process of negotiation on these issues with the state of Oregon. Grand Ronde is disappointed that our bill has not been allowed to move forward with the subcommittee hearing alongside the Siletz bill, as the issues are the same. However, I would like to say we are in support of the Siletz. Thank you for the opportunity to present Grand Ronde's views. We hope the members of the Committee on Natural Resources will support H.R. 1722, the tribe's Thompson Strip legislation, and vote it favorably out of committee. And at the appropriate time, I am happy to answer any question that the members of the subcommittee may have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Langley. The chair now recognizes Chairman Ryman Lebo for 5 minutes.